people such as Plato and Froude who thought memory is perfect and ran like a movie at a theater, Elizabeth Loftus claimed that memory was unreliable. Through her experiment Lost in the Mall, she showed how easy it is to corrupt a memory. What she found not only fascinated some people, but infuriated others as well. First, she started with simple distortions. Oh, remember that cow that passed us this morning? Cow? What? Remember the black and white one? Oh, right. I remember the cow. It was so adorable. Don't be stupid. It was definitely a sheep. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Remember a week ago when we ate lunch on Green Mountain? Let me think for a second. Huh. Oh yeah, I remember. That was fun. What was fun? When we ate on Pink Mountain? Once Loftus gave out a suggestion, people's memories were suddenly affected. This demonstrated how imagination and memory were consistently blended together. In 1990, a case turned up where Eileen Franklin accused her father, George Franklin, of murdering her best friend. However, she claimed to only have recently remembered this incident when it supposedly happened 20 years ago. But wait, how could someone just forget an incident so traumatic and suddenly remember it years later? You can't just convict someone with no real evidence. I remember every bit. I remember seeing the sharp gray stone my father used. I remember all the scarlet blood and the putrid smell. No way. Memory itself is so fragile. What's real and what isn't often mixes together. That's how the mind works. Unfortunately, she did not win the jury over. After this case, Loftus sought out to prove that not only was it possible to mess with a memory, but to completely put a false one in someone's mind. People are so sensitive when it comes to having them as the subject of a psychological experiment. What should I do? Ooh, I got it. And it's actually ethical. To start off her experiment, she made a booklet that consisted of 3 real childhood memories of the subject and 1 memory involving being lost in the mall. The participants would give the full story to memories that they remembered, otherwise indicating if they did not remember a certain memory. However, 25% of subjects reported that the memory with the mall was indeed true. So, your brother said that you got lost in the mall when you were younger. Can you tell me the whole story? Sure. I don't think I was more scared any other time than on that day. I thought I was going to be locked in when the mall closed and that the mall monsters would get me. Okay, that's dramatic. As the days progressed, more details arose. There was this really creepy guy, actually. He had huge glasses like bug's eyes and no nose. His skin was deeply pale and he had such ugly brown hair, like that vampire in that movie. Anyways, he kept following me, and he only said the word, bye, 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 bye. I thought he was gonna kill me because he kept telling me goodbye. Are you sure it wasn't just some salesperson telling you to buy something? Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Well, it's your memory. Is that how you remember that incident? Sure, yeah, definitely. After Loftus presented her findings, others would come up with similar experiments. For example, Steve Porter was able to implant a memory in 50% of his subjects. Remember a long time ago when you were little, was there a time you felt frightened to the bone? Yep. Maybe it was because of an animal, one that tried to attack you, like a bear perhaps. Oh my god! Hmm. Yeah, I can recall that moment now, but I'm pretty sure it was a pig, not a bear. Oh, okay. The main point was that if a false suggestion was made, people may be led to believe it. Loftus thought that many with repressed memories were actually being tricked by their imagination due to their therapists encouraging and giving suggestions. In the end, no one could stop Loftus from continuing her work. People would attack her verbally and physically, but she ignored them. Her critics said that it was impossible to implant a traumatic memory unlike the lost in the mall one. Despite all that, Loftus was never afraid to challenge what many had already accepted. In order to help those falsely accused, she persisted in demonstrating the simplicity of distorting or implanting a memory, succeeded, and allowed many others to follow suit.
You're such a motivator, gotta get your way. So sick of saying yes sir, yes sir. You're such an instigator, you wanna play the game. Take it or leave it, that's